Hey there, it's Lisa Chell with Modern Vegan Family, and today we're in my office doing a Share It interview with Maddy Johns from Essex, England. And I met Maddy over Instagram. She has an amazing account called Breakfast at Uni. So today we're talking specifically to people who are going to university, might be planning to go to university, and how to adapt university life to being vegan. A little background on this is some of the young people in my life that I see becoming vegan and are concerned about when they go to college or university. They're living in dorms. It's not always easy to find food. Sometimes they have to be on a meal plan, and that meal plan doesn't include veg options. So trying to figure out how to balance the importance of going away to university in alignment with the values that you want to keep while you're there as a vegan. So I saw Maddy on Instagram, and she's always showing these like beautiful bowls filled with oats and fruit and things. And I thought, well, there's somebody who's living university life in a really healthy way. So I reached out, and here we are having a little Google Hangout. So hi, Maddy.
Hello.
So tell us a little bit first about how you became vegan, and then we'll get into life in university.
Okay. Well, it's funny because a lot of people go from vegetarian to vegan. But up until like this time last year, I ate meat and dairy and eggs. I ate everything. And then it was actually through Instagram. I started seeing more vegan posts, and I thought this food looks really, really good. And I thought, oh, I could never be vegan though. And then I just started looking into it, and I started watching videos about the animals and the impact it has on the environment, our health. And after that, it was a pretty easy decision to go vegan.
Okay, so I understand you, because I was a carnivore until the day that I wasn't. It was just, for me, an overnight decision. But here you are, a young person, you're out on your own, you're going to university, you've got a lot of stressors and things just studying, and you've made this big life change. Tell me what you had to do to prepare for being vegan at university.
I definitely did a lot of research. A lot of the time you can just look online and you can see where, for example, where vegan restaurants are, the different options that they have. So that's really good. I definitely recommend doing your research. Also, even something simple as what shops are nearby, and then you can see, do they sell a lot of options? It's definitely something to consider when you're choosing where to go, especially if you're choosing where to go to university. The big cities are more likely to have the better options for you.
Now, I know when we met first before the video came on, we were talking a little bit about you have the option at the university you're going in of doing self-catering, but some people don't. They live in dorms, and they may have a refrigerator, but they don't necessarily have a place to cook. But yet I look at your beautiful bowls, and a lot of them wouldn't require cooking. So talk a little bit about how you strategize, or food that you might make that wouldn't require a lot of preparation or cooking, that kind of keep your energy up, and some ideas that might inspire some of the university students who are watching this.
Oh yeah, well, my favourite breakfast to make is overnight oats, which doesn't require any cooking at all. As long as you have a fridge, you just mix oats, yogurt and milk. So for example, almond yogurt and almond milk is quite a nice combination, coconut yogurt and coconut milk. And then I just leave it in the fridge overnight, and then take it out in the morning. It's really creamy. It's like porridge, but cold. And it's got a really nice consistency, and you can top it with things like dried fruit, fresh fruit, coconut, and it's really healthy. And it's so quick, because literally you just wake up in the morning, especially when you've got university, or if you have like an early lecture or something, you just take it out, you can eat it on the go, and it's really quick to do, and it doesn't require any effort really.
Yeah, and you know what, I agree, that's a fantastic breakfast. We do that here at home too, just oats. What are some of the other quick and easy meals that a university student might not think about, because sometimes they're new away from home. They've always had someone cooking with them or for them. Maybe they don't have the money to go to a restaurant. Certainly here in Canada, the vegan options aren't quite as extensive as in the UK, but they might just not think about something that is right in front of them that could be easy, healthy, affordable, practical. So what are some of the other foods that you tend to gravitate to as a university student to keep your budget healthy as well as your body healthy?
Well, especially when I'm on the go and I have to take food to university, things like salads. I'm not the biggest salad fan. I tend to find them quite boring, so I try to think of ways to make them a bit more interesting, a bit more different. Even adding something like couscous, so sometimes you just need a kettle for that. If you've got a kettle, that's fine. If not, just load it with different vegetables. You can put pepper, beetroot, carrot, just experimenting with different combinations. Sandwiches as well. Sometimes you can do sweet sandwiches like peanut butter, which is something really, really simple, really easy. It doesn't require any cooking, but it's going to fill you up a lot. Or sometimes savoury things. You could, if you have access to a blender or something, a food processor, you could make your own pesto or something like that. If not, salad sandwiches. Again, if you experiment with them. The thing I eat the most when I'm at university is hummus. I eat hummus all the time, have it in sandwiches, have it in salads, pretty much have it with every meal really.
You sound like my sons. They're not at university, but they both work in a room together, and I think hummus is their number one go-to.
It's so versatile and it's lovely.
Yeah, it's interesting because sometimes people might not think, hey, I can keep a can of chickpeas in my dorm room. There's quite a lot of foods that person can keep as long as you, like you said, you have a kettle or can opener. And I think on most dorms there is at least a common fridge, if nothing else. So it's from what I've seen, because sometimes I stay in dorms in the summer if I travel. They're a cheap way to travel too. So Maddy, what are some other strategies that you might have, or some parting inspiration that you have to aspiring university students or existing university students who are trying to make veganism a healthy go for, while they're away from home, while they're studying?
I would say one of the things that I love is my university has a fruit and vegetable stall on campus. And I understand a lot of universities don't, but I think if you do your research, there are a lot of, you could maybe find a fruit and vegetable stall where you get lots of cheap, fresh produce. They're good as a snack or to put on breakfast, like I say, vegetables you can have for dinner. Also, I tend to cook in bulk a lot, so I could, for example, cook lots of rice and have it one time with a curry, have it another time with maybe like a tomatoey vegetable sauce if you can cook. Another thing I would say is snacks. I think snacks are probably the easiest thing to have vegan on university campus. Things like cereal bars, fruit, you can even make your own. Some of them don't require cooking at all. For example, if you maybe mash up like a banana, some dates and some oats and stick it, if you have a freezer, stick it in the freezer, and then you've got something that's going to give you a lot of energy and it's going to fill you up and it doesn't require cooking and you can just eat it on the go.
Yeah, great ideas. This guy that I used to coach in the swimming pool, he became vegan right before he went off to university, and as a going away gift, I made this thing called seed breakfast. It was 2 parts hemp seeds, 2 part chia seeds, 1 part sunflower seeds, 1 part flax, 1 part pumpkin seeds, and 1 part sesame seeds. And I filled up this massive tub of it and shook it all up. And just like you said with the overnight oats, you do the same thing with that seed breakfast. It's high protein, high fiber, really good quality nutrients, and pour your milk on it. And I said, okay, here's my parting gift, vegan to vegans. Went off to university. So that's another idea for you students out there, something like that. You can make it home during break and take a big tub of it with you and make it. So Maddy, for those who are watching, and I'm sure that most university students out there have Instagram, talk a little bit about the social media platforms that you have, or if you have a website or something, so that people can find you if they want to connect with you and see what you're doing at university as a vegan.
Well, no, I just have Instagram, but I'm definitely looking into blogs. I'm trying to do a few more recipes, especially recipes that are quite easy to do, don't require a lot of ingredients, because I'm not a great baker or a chef, and I think a lot of people are put off from cooking and baking because they think it's really difficult, but it's not. Especially as a vegan, there's a lot of really simple things that you can make really cheap, really easily. So I definitely want to get into that a lot more. I made some hot chocolate today, which I'm going to share soon. It was really, really nice. So I think one of the things I wanted to do with my Instagram is just prove that just because you're vegan doesn't mean you're missing out on anything. Anything you want, you can have it. You can, like, I like hot chocolate, I can have hot chocolate, I can have curries, I can have porridge, I can have pretty much anything I want.
Tell the viewers how they can find you on Instagram or any other platform. Just, this is your chance to put out your website or your blog or your Instagram.
Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram. I'm breakfast_at_uni. You can find me there.
Okay, fantastic. Well, Maddy, any other, besides food, words of inspiration to young people who are looking at being vegan, or maybe who started their journey like you not that long ago and need a little bit of support? What would be your parting words for them?
I would say do your research. One of the things for me, because I decided that I wanted to go vegan, but I thought I can't. Like, meat and dairy, they're too much a part of my life. But I started looking into it. And it got to the point where I stopped seeing, like, a burger. I saw it for what it was. It was a cow that had died, and I was eating it. And then I think once you get to that point, there's no looking back. So I think do your research, educate yourself, and learn the truth, and start thinking more about what you're eating. Stop seeing it as sausages. Stop seeing it as burger. Start seeing it for the animal that it is. And if you start thinking that way, you're connecting more with what you're eating, and you're going to be healthier because you're thinking about what you're putting in your body.
Absolutely. Great words. Thank you so much. Well, I wanna give a big high five and
Thank you
to Maddy for coming. And for those of you who are watching, please subscribe to Modern Vegan Family. We're putting up new videos all the time. We put up recipe videos for Eat It. We put up commentary under Live It, and then I do interviews under Share It. So thanks for coming today. Peace, love, and plants.